We good?
How's it been going in terms of defense? The guys picking everything up?
Yeah, they are. You know, it's a process. Monday was disappointing in our practice on the defensive side of the ball. Didn't think our linebackers were playing physical, so had a little come to Jesus meeting with those guys on Monday. So yesterday was much better.
What have you seen from that linebacker group up to this point? A lot of experience there. How have you felt about them for the most part?
Pretty good. Nick Kwiatkowski probably had his best practice in the last 2 years I've been here yesterday. Thought he was doing some really good things flying around. Muldrow is coming into his own. He's doing some good things. West Tonkery probably right now from day one to now has had the best camp of any backer we've had. So he's come along well. It hurts our linebacking unit too when we don't have a guy like Gibson in there. That gives us so much.
With Kwiatkowski, how important or beneficial is it that he played with Will and Sam, and now he's moving to Mike?
Yeah, anytime you can do that, he understands what those outside guys need to do, so it really helps him in aspect of the whole scheme of things. Nick's he's an athletic, kid, and he's 235 pounds, so he can play the ISO, the power, all the things we need him to do in there with Mike, and also he's athletic enough to cover people and drop in our pass game.
With a guy like Muldrow, what does he give you that maybe you guys didn't have last year?
Well, he complements Gibson really well because he's got the same kind of athletic abilities. We can blitz him off the edges, and he's, I think it's a bad matchup for the offense, getting him on offensive tackle. So, that aspect, he could do some good things for us in the blitz game, and he plays with such high energy and effort. So, he can run stuff down the open field. Needs to get under control a little bit. He misses some tackles just for the fact that he's full speed all the time. I never question effort, but just got to get under control.
And then with Shaq Riddick, you have him and you have Muldrow. It seems like you guys have more edge rushers now ready to face Big 12 competition than you've had really since joining the competition.
Yeah, and that was our goal in recruiting, and we missed out on a couple of DNs late in the process. And then with a kid like Riddick being able to, graduate and get that fifth year back and transfer in, that's really helped us. Obviously, it's going to help our pass defense with a guy like him, and also he could be an every down guy. He's just not a third down guy, so he plays the run well. He's long, and a lot of people think that leverage is an issue with him, but he plays. His pad level's always down. He's getting it. We're 5-6 days in, and I'm really happy with where he's at.
Now, would you just line him up at DN, or would you play him outside at stand-up rusher?
No, he's a DN.
Strictly?
Yeah, strictly DN.
Any comparisons with Bruce?
It's just so hard to compare that. Bruce is a first-round guy that is 6'2". Riddick is 6'6". I would think more Will Clark, more Julian Miller type, but he can run. He probably runs in the 4.5s if I had to guess right now. So.
Will Clark kind of surprised everybody this time, wasn't he?
Yeah, no doubt. But the one thing that I compare him to Bruce, he understands what to do when the ball snapped and how to get after the quarterback. So that's a good thing.
When you hold a come to Jesus meeting, is it more for you or more for your players?
No, it's more for the players and me. When I tell the guys all the time, hey, when I'm yelling and talking to you, I'm talking to myself also. Obviously you didn't understand what I wanted, and so I'll take that on me. But they just need to learn how to play physical all the time. We don't want linebackers being passive. We want to get downhill and stop the run. Obviously, with the defense that we're in with 3 down guys. We don't want vertical seams in the defense, and when that kind of stuff happens, we have to be the guys playing downhill, and we weren't doing that. The offense, they were running the ball on us on Monday, and I don't give a crap about giving up passing yards. We're not going to let people run the ball.
Who held the best meeting that you ever sat in on it along those lines?
I've been around some pretty good ones. So, I'd like to think that was a pretty good one that we just went through on Monday with the whole defense.
Coach, are you seeing any changes, or will we see any changes in the defense position-wise, like inside linebacker to outside linebacker, or boundary safety to free safety, or anything like that we should be looking for down the road?
Well, you know, anytime we're playing with 3 safeties, so those guys, I mean, they can interchange. They're all in the same meeting. They're learning. What we're trying to stay away from is moving a corner to safety or a safety to linebacker. We don't want to go through that again. We just spent a year doing that, and you guys saw how that worked out. So we're going to try to keep the linebackers as linebackers, the safeties as safeties, corners as corners, and let's see what we can do with that.
How much of a disadvantage are you at when you don't